I'm not even gonna say hello because this cleanup was honestly a total disaster for everyone. Because at the time I had broken up with Sami months earlier and he had found a new girl and was off on a trip with her. And while I was here crying about it, even though it was totally my own fault, I know that. But anyways, when I got to this place, there was no electricity. And guys, this all happened 2 years ago, but I only got a message from the landlord yesterday telling me what awful stuff had gone down here. So I think now I can finally tell you how completely messed up the whole thing really was. Alright, but let's start with the message this girl sent me back in summer 2023. Hi, I'm 20 years old and I've been struggling with serious mental health issues for the past 2 years, which has also left my apartment in really bad shape. Cleaning has always been difficult for me, but especially during depressive episodes, and now that the place has gotten this bad, it's just impossible for me to clean it on my own. It feels like the one big thing keeping me from getting better is the dirty apartment. I feel especially lonely because I can never invite anyone over, but I also don't dare to ask my loved ones for help with the cleaning. It doesn't even feel nice to be at home anymore. It's just too dirty. And lately, I've also been getting anxious that the landlord or the property manager might want to come and see the place, and I'd end up getting kicked out because of how it looks. I really hope you'd be able to help me. Sure I was, cause I'm always ready to help. So I drove here for 3 hours and it was like 8 a.m. or something in the morning. And I walked in and tried to flip on the light. Nothing. I tried another one. Still nothing. So I text the girl like, hey, what's going on? Why is there no light? And just to be clear, I bring my own lights for filming because these places are usually super dark. And I also have my batteries charging 24/7 since I'm constantly swapping out camera batteries, phone battery, all that. So yeah, I really need electricity to do these cleanings or to show these to you. So she replied to me, hey, sorry, I haven't had any money to pay my electricity bill for months. And I was like, okay, she's young, I get it. But usually it's nice to know this kind of stuff up front. But alright, it's fine. And I was like, whoa, what was that? But I was like, this is an apartment building, so there's had to be some kind of shared outlet somewhere. So I went out, bought more extension cords, and ended up pulling electricity from somewhere up in the attic. And this whole little adventure took quite a bit of time too. But okay, now I'm cleaning. Then it was already lunchtime, so I went to eat in my car. And while I was sitting there, I checked my phone and I saw that Sami was off on a trip with some new girl. And I felt so awful, guys. I wish I had known back then where we eventually end up. Because of course now I'm pregnant and getting married to him, but back then I had no clue. And at the time I didn't even want kids and I had made that decision, but luckily I ended up changing my mind later. But yeah, I sat there in the car crying, and honestly, I think the whole building was probably crying at this point too, because I had to keep the apartment door wide open the whole time just to run that power cable, and all the smells from the trashes were floating right into the hallway. So sorry neighbors, I'm so sorry. But hey now guys, I want to show you this new fun game I've been playing while pregnant, because it's actually the world's #1 free solitaire game, and now it's even better because the Smurfs are in the game. With Solitaire Grand Harvest, Solitaire never felt so good. And it's not just a card game anymore, it's a riveting farm building adventure with the Smurfs. You play classic Solitaire, win levels, and help the Smurfs rebuild their adorable little village while growing your own farm. And the best part is, the game is completely free to play, and it is a 100% ad-free experience. The game is full of lovable characters like Sunny the Squirrel and Greedy Smurf, and you even get your own Smurf pet to raise. Play with friends and gifts, grow crops together, and share the fun. Collect recipe ingredients and create cute cozy dishes with Sunny and Greedy. It is super fun and relaxing. And help the farm animals find their lost items by digging around the garden. I love how relaxing and rewarding it is, because it's the perfect mix of chill, fun, and challenge. So now, download Solitary Grand Harvest using the link in my description, and thank me later, guys. Okay, now back to the story. So, as you've probably seen, there's tons of trash bags, like dozens of them. So, I went outside to take them to the trash area and noticed there was one big bin. Or, I mean, it wasn't even that big. It could maybe fit like 5 of these bags, max. And I haven't told this to anybody, but I've actually been in the news in Finland once for leaving trash bags next to a dumpster. So yeah, at least here, you are really not supposed to do that. But I did. Yeah, I did. And I didn't say anything about it back then, but ever since that happened, I pretty much avoided doing it again. So I definitely didn't want to end up in the news again for something like this, because people go crazy with the stuff like this. Even though honestly, it would be way better if the trashes at least go out of the apartment, because it spreads bugs and all kinds of stuff to the other apartments too. But yeah, it's kind of a tricky situation. But okay, at this point I'm standing outside with all the trash bags and I don't have time to drive all the way to a landfill. That round trip would take forever. So I'm just standing there thinking, what the heck I'm supposed to do now? And then one of the neighbors came over and started asking me stuff. So at this point, I'm like, I just have to leave these bags inside for now, because there's no way I'm getting a dumpster here that fast either. I'm like, no! But I had actually asked the girl about the trash situation beforehand, and she told me the bins would be empty by the time I got here. And yeah, technically, it was. But one tiny trash can doesn't really help much in a cleanup like this. And then I also noticed that the surfaces here were in really bad shape. And the smell, yeah, it was honestly pretty awful. Not pretty, it was awful. And I started to feel kind of bad for the landlord. And on the other hand, it's probably a good thing I don't usually meet them, because I think there's only been one time when a landlord actually showed up in the middle of a cleanup, but that's about it. But in case you didn't know, I'm a landlord too, because I rent out my very first home I ever bought, and I've been renting it out for years. So I know that a situation like this would be pretty rough. Because I've also seen many stories that the tenant has already been evicted and the landlord reaches out to me for help. But more often the situation is hidden, at least from one side. At this point, the cleaning actually started to make me feel a bit better, and I wasn't that upset about Sami anymore. Or maybe I wasn't thinking about him. But yeah, what's interesting about this story is that we'll actually get to hear how it all ends. Or, well, I only found out myself 2 years after the cleanup what really happened. So yeah. Alright, what are you? I don't know, but you are brown and pretty. And this time I wanted to talk a bit more about the landlord and the grief they are going through. Because, of course, it's absolutely heartbreaking what kind of situation this young girl ended up in and how far things went with her home. But honestly, landlords often get left out of the story, mainly because I don't know them. I don't hear them. I don't even know if they know about the situation like ever. Maybe after years, maybe never, I don't know. Because of course sometimes when people get a clean home and a fresh start, they actually hold on to it. Because I know quite a few cases like that. So the landlords often never even find out how bad things really got in the apartment. Alright, it's time to dig up this sludge. Looks delicious, right? Okay, yeah. These dishes are definitely done for. There's no way I'm washing these. They are going straight in the trash. Yeah, for sure. But I've always been curious because so many people have this kind of sink that's just full of brown water or black water and black sludge. Like, where does that even come from? And what is it? I have no idea. Oh no, did I even test if the water works here? Because I don't think I did. And what if the water's been shut off because the bills haven't been paid? I don't know. Okay, thank God I tried it and it's running, so we are good, at least for now. But I'm just wondering, where do you even charge your phone in here? Like, do you have to go somewhere and charge it somewhere else? Maybe, probably. The girl is doing that. And the fridge doesn't work either, so all the food's gone moldy in there. And you can't basically keep any food in the fridge. And it's honestly like living in the Middle Age. Like, how do you even survive without electricity? I don't know, it just feels so wrong. And then again, there's actually a lot of stuff in this place. Like new stuff. Like clearly this girl has been bought a lot of things. So in theory she must be getting some money. And I know she is, because in Finland you do get support even if you are not working. Like the government really does help you out. So it just makes me wonder what has happened. Has no one ever taught her how to pay like bills, or what on earth has actually happened here? I don't know, because I never saw her. She just gave me the key, or leave me the key, so I don't even know what she looks like. Oh, the dog daddy is so cute! I wanna have dogs so badly. Like seriously, guys. I have a dog fever. It's bad. I don't know. I don't have a baby fever or anything like that, but a dog fever. Yeah. That's painful. And I know I can't get a dog before our baby Dallas is like a year old or something like that. Like a bit older, I guess, so I have to wait. But do you guys have any recommendations on when it's a good time to get a dog after having a baby? Like how soon or how late would be the best? But now, when I'm just home, I signed up on this website where you can register as a dog sitter. So I'm on there and I've already had a few dogs to take care of, but I still really want one of my own. Especially now that I've stopped cleaning and I'm not traveling anymore. So yeah, my life is so boring. I just started rewatching Desperate Housewife, the best series of all time, and I'm trying to exercise as much as I can. And I've gained like 10 kilos now. I think it's 20 pounds maybe, something like that. And moving around just doesn't feel as easy as it used to. And I do clean at home. Well, hey guys, let's be real. It's a bit more boring than cleaning these lovely homes I used to. Yeah, there's no challenge at all. But hey, looks like a clean home is finally starting to appear from under all this mess. And luckily not every surface is ruined. Yeah, this counter, for example, looks pretty okay. Oh, that was satisfying. Hey, where's your gloves, lady? Come on. That's nasty. My cleaning style is also a bit different from how I clean at home. Like, I definitely don't scrub the microwave like this in my own place. But with these homes, I just want to wash absolutely everything everywhere, even once. Because I know they're not, like, I'm not saying you should wash your microwave like this every time. No, that doesn't make sense. But like, if your microwave is super dirty, you can wash it like this. Doesn't matter. Let's remove these nasty marks with tangerine paste. I love it. It smells so good. Yeah, these brown marks are from fruit flies. They are really easy to wipe off. Ta-da! Ooh, I just realized there is a text in this table. Every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. Oh, well, that's true, I guess. Hey guys, you can still get my very own product line microfiber cloths and learn how to fold them properly like a professional cleaner, like this. There's a link in the description. Okay, these upper cabinets are totally covered in fly poop too. So I'm just gonna spray them quickly with Cine's kitchen cleaner and wipe them down. It actually comes off surprisingly easy, like that. But there's one thing that's really bothering me right now. The smell just won't go away. And no wonder, since I can't even take the trash anywhere. I just hope that the girl is gonna take them out. But I don't know. Is she? Ooh, I just have to take off these tapes. Those red ugly tapes. Sorry. Do you guys always remove all the stickers and tapes from new appliances and stuff? Because I always peel off everything right away. I don't like if there's something. It has to be white or whatever color it is. But it has to be like that. Now it looks so much better. Yeah, it's much more calm, right? But I've noticed that some people don't even recognize that there is some type of sticker or anything, and they just let it be there. And there's usually some type of info, so maybe they don't want to take them off. But I don't care at all. I just care about the appearance. And guys, I also found, someone actually sent me a link a while ago to this kind of gossip forum. I don't even remember the name of it, but it was in English, and people there were talking about all kinds of cleaning influencers, and there wasn't really anything too bad about me, nothing too crazy. Wow, this stove looks amazing. Yeah, but honestly, some of the stuff they said about others was pretty wild. And I was like, okay, that's crazy. But yeah, there was one thing about me too, because some people wrote that I don't actually do these cleanings myself, that I have some secret team doing it for me. And I mean, I wonder where that team is right now, because I haven't seen them anywhere. I don't know, maybe they got lost. But yeah, there were pretty bad hating, but hey, that's internet. But I mean, I always see only positive comments on my videos, so that's good. But I don't mind if there's something negative. Anybody can say anything. That's totally okay. And if you wanna hate, you can hate. That's fine. And I also found this one conversation floating around that Sami supposedly forced me to have this baby. And I didn't really want it. And now I'm ruining my career. Oh my. And stuff like that. And since we are not married, it's apparently super bad. And now Sami could just walk away anytime. So that's bad. Like, I'm having a baby, but I don't have the ring. But of course, I understand it's a different thing in different cultures, and I don't know how it works in your country. But most of my friends here in Finland aren't married either, and it's actually pretty expensive. And here, it really doesn't matter much whether you are married or not. It doesn't change anything, or there's nothing. And honestly, Sami has always been the one who wants to get married more than I do. Because for me, it wasn't some huge thing. But yeah, it's still gonna be nice to get married next summer. Like, ooh, there's all the trash bags. Yeah, I'm so excited, but I just think it's this big party that we are celebrating our relationship. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change anything. Our relationship is gonna be the same, and we are still gonna be the same people. Because it's the baby that's gonna change us way more, and it'll also shape our relationship in a whole new way. I just know that. And another thing people probably don't get, or I don't know what you think, but I personally don't want a second ring. No way. I already have my engagement ring, and I don't want anything new on that finger. I'm already scared I'll lose the one I have, so because I'm like that 100%. So I definitely don't want 2 expensive rings. No way. I told Sami we are not getting a new one, or at least he's not allowed to buy me one. So thank God he was like, okay, of course, we are gonna do like you say. So that's good. Because I've seen some TikToks where like girls have these huge diamond rings. And the ring would catch on everything and it would be way too big. And I totally get it stuck on something. Oh my gosh. It's awful to think about it. Because let's be real, I'm doing things with my hands. I'm a worker. I like to clean, I like to cook, I like to do everything with my hands. So that's not a nice feeling if you have something big in your arms, you know, or in your finger. No. Oh, no way. Okay, but now about the landlord. Because a couple of weeks ago I got this email and I'll just read part of it since it was pretty long. So here's a quote. The last tenant has unfortunately caused us quite a lot of stress and trouble, and we've tried to help her as the best we can. We understand that you also tried to help her by cleaning the apartment in summer 23. But since then, the situation has gotten to a point where the girl has been unable to manage things, and together with our parents and the neighbors, we've been extremely worried. And she has now left the apartment, but left behind a huge mess to deal with. Over the past week, my siblings and I have been clearing out a massive amount of trash from the apartment and seeing just how dirty the place unfortunately is. It's really upsetting to us. We know the apartment is old and worn down, but since we haven't visited in years, we've now tried to gather information about its condition over time. So I'm reaching out to ask if you might have any notes or photos from right after your cleaning in the summer of 23. And if you'd be willing to share them with us, it would really help us understand and sort out the situation. Sorry to bother you like this, but we hope you might be able to help us. And yes, I did. And then the other sister actually messaged me just yesterday with more info. Quote, "Hi Auri, your latest post really reminded me of the small apartment you cleaned in August 23. The apartment had no electricity because the bills hadn't been paid. And it was great that you helped the girl, but unfortunately, her messy life in the apartment continued. And in the end, it costed us around 40,000 euros in costs. Due to the girl's neglect, the apartment was so badly damaged that cleaning didn't help anymore. We had to rip out all the surfaces and even the floor insulation, which had absorbed leaking liquids. It makes me wonder if you have ended up cleaning up after the same girl again, just in a different apartment this time. It's so sad to see a young woman create that kind of chaos. You do amazing work. I really hope you have the strength to keep going." I replied that I'm really sorry and I asked a couple more questions. She replied, quote, "The unpaid rent is now in collection and we'll also be seeking compensation for damages. But the girl has been officially declared insolvent. So yeah, we won't be getting anything from her. We found out about the situation when the neighbors started complaining about the smell. It's just really sad. A young woman who's ruined her life and at the same time caused so much harm, grief, and stress to so many others. The owners of the apartment are elderly and sick, and now they have to use their savings to pay for the renovation, which we siblings are handling. So, what's the lesson here? It's really worth being careful when choosing tenants and also keeping regular track of how things are going in the rental home. I wish you and your family all the best. The end. But unfortunately, this time it didn't come with a happy ending. The girl kept going down the same path after this cleanup, and it ended up being really costly for everyone involved. No one really knows where she is now, but hopefully she is in a better place with herself. Thank you for watching and see you in the next dirty home. I love you guys so much. And guys, don't forget to download Solitary Grand Harvest using the link in my description below.